Hey folks, Eddie P here once again from the BitCash crew here with today's update, still part of our Christmas season edition. Got some pretty cool stuff on the go today. Of course, Bitcoin is flying up high, Ethereum's doing what it does, and we got some pretty cool news about another segment with the old Bitcoin. So let's start the show. Alright, cool. So today we'll kick off with Bitcoin Cash. So the main reason I want to kick off with Bitcoin Cash today, guys, is we're looking at another segwit, another split, or people call it a fork in the blockchain with Bitcoin. It was supposed to take place in November this year. Of course, everyone remembers in August we were given Bitcoin Cash. There's supposed to be another one in the next 48 hours. That's all we really know from the developers at this stage. The main thing they're focusing on is cutting down the refreshment time for the blockchain. As good as Bitcoin is, and as much as it's changed the world, it's just untenable to have something where you can only have, 100 or so transactions every 10 minutes. It's just ridiculous. Vitalik in a press conference some months ago pointed out that with Ethereum, this is one of the reasons why I've just been such a fan of it. With Ethereum by 2019, we should be able to do a few thousand transactions per second on the blockchain, which is more in line with what we'd expect out of a Visa or a MasterCard or an Amex. And this is what we need to get out of Bitcoin if it's going to be used as something as a currency and not just as something for speculators. But all that being said, looking at where we're currently at with Bitcoin Cash, at the moment, not a great deal. You can see here that there's not a lot of volume in the marketplace. I've drawn these two lines here just to indicate, pardon me, we're on a slight upward trend, but then up here, we're kind of flatlining. Now, it's not a perfectly flat line, so this is not quite a symmetrical. It's sort of a hybrid between a symmetrical and an ascending triangle because the currency is moving up. Now, once it pierces through this trend line here, we'll probably see another tick to the upside, and you'll see another good bull run. But at this stage, because there's no volume in the market, and you've got these tiny little crappy candles, this is not somewhere you want to enter. You sort of just want to hang back, let it keep bouncing off this trend line here, wait for a proper move, and then once the volume comes back in, then it will be a good time to invest in this crypto. Next up, let's look at Ethereum. So, loving what Ethereum is doing at the moment, guys, just acting like a very standard currency. We see here it's really been playing off this trend line the last 24 hours. You'll see here that this blue line here represents a resistance line. And then once the currency breaks back over, it'll turn into a support line. I'm just going to shift it for a second so you can see what I've drawn here. You can see I've drawn another yellow trend arrow here. And the reason I've done that is just to show you what a really good model of what an ascending triangle looks like. That's when the price basically pushes into one spot and then you have a breakout. But it's a really great way to sort of anticipate your next move. And its antithesis, or the opposite of that, would be a descending triangle. So if you consider it flipped on its head, if price is in a bull run or just a consolidation period, but the triangle is headed downward, then you have a descending triangle, and then you usually have an explosion to the downside. But at this moment, this is acting pretty standard, like any other currency, bouncing off of that trend line. Ethereum's only going to go up, guys. I still think that we'll have some pretty good gains before the end of the year. You can see here that it keeps pushing against this this resistance line. I think in the next 5 to 6 hours, we'll probably break through and see another shift to the upside. But Ethereum's just going to go on the up and up, so it should be good. And what would the day be if we didn't talk about good old Bitcoin? So with Bitcoin, guys, just a couple of quick points. It did exactly what I said it was going to do yesterday, which is, well, it's always nice to be right. We left off at about here with yesterday's update, where we were just bouncing off the resistance line. And yeah, exactly what I said was going to happen happened. We had a small retrace where the price encountered resistance. The bears posted a pretty small rally, a little bit of consolidation, and then bang, we're up again. And we see this sort of new trend forming. I'm just going to actually extend that line a bit further because it looks like it's really bouncing off that pretty nicely. Much the same as before, guys. You see the same thing happen again. Price consolidates a bit, bounces off trend line, goes up, encounters resistance, because you see here from yesterday we had a resistance line which became a support line, consolidation, bounces off again, and now we're encountering the next resistance line and it's bouncing off again. Price is consolidating, will bounce up again. So give another 24 hours, we should go up and over this new resistance line here, and then it's going to be off to the races again. We could still see the rise up to 20,000 before the end of the year. That would be pretty damn exciting to go into 2018 with Bitcoin flying that high. I'm just not quite holding my breath at this stage. I think that what will happen is we'll crack through this resistance line here in the next few hours, and then we'll probably have another couple of points of resistance we meet along the way. There'll be a couple of stepping stones, and it'll be a little bit of time before we get back up to that sort of 20,000 mark. Now, when that does happen, I think we'll still encounter some pretty good resistance there like we did last time at the, it's about 19.5. And then it might just hover around there for a while. You know, we've covered in previous episodes, when you encounter a point of major psychological resistance, it's very difficult for the currency to push through. So it may take a little bit more time for us to break through 20,000, but I don't think it's too far away. Hope you enjoyed today's update, guys. Please make sure you subscribe and also hit the notifications button so you know when the next episode and more information comes out. Follow us on Facebook and the Twitter, especially with Facebook. There's some great conversations going on over there. And then Twitter's where we post all of our trades, obviously. And hit us in the comments section below. We just love to hear from you guys and to share our techniques and our knowledge of trading and to help you all get to the next level. I'll see you back here real soon on the Big Cash crew. Until then, stay safe, stay well, take it easy. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's episode. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button below and also the notifications button so you don't miss out when the next episode comes out. Also follow us on the Facebook, get amongst the discussion over there, and also follow us on the Twitter. That's where Richie posts all of his badass trades you don't want to miss out. See you soon. There goes a sight from my soul.